funny ass story for you guys. So funny. Let me get my stuff up and ready. I've been doing my nails. I clipped them, and I think I clipped these way too. Like, this one I broke. So, I'm clipping them and filing them. I know I'm doing nails. I'm just trying not to get nails everywhere. Trying to. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Damn it. That was way too far. Oops. Oops. Okay. I've got this funny ass story that I found. I was like, what? It happened back in January, so it's a little old, but it's so funny, y'all. I was thinking about painting them. I don't ever paint my nails. Try not to make a mess. Oh. Gotta keep them from going everywhere. Hey, y'all. I know, I do need to cut my nose hair. Speaking of which, I might can use those tweezers and pluck them out. That kit came with tweezers, which I needed as well. So I usually have those. I guess where I unpacked my car, they were all in that divider that's back there on the back of that seat. And that divider got emptied out on the floor by accident. So all of my little utensils are gone. Utensils. Whatever they're called. Nail clipping stuff. Y'all, when I tell you that these people out here are just getting younger, look at this. Damn it, I can't. Look at this. Looks like a baby, don't he? He looks like a kid. Let's talk about this. He's actually 26 years old. His name is Demis Gabriel Yanez. He's 26. He was arrested Sunday after a 14-year-old girl was stabbed in the hand during a baseball game. It says Yanez is believed to have tried and cut his hair to change his appearance before his arrest. On the run, they didn't get him immediately. A previously deported illegal immigrant from Honduras was arrested Sunday, and this was following an intense manhunt in Indiana after he was deemed a person of interest in a random stabbing of a teen girl at a baseball game. Now, she was 14. She's a baby, too. The manhunt began Saturday after the 14-year-old girl was stabbed in the hand with a butcher-style type knife while at her brother's game, unaccompanied game in unincorporated Lowell, Indiana. So that's the name of the city. Unincorporated Lowell, Indiana. When the girl's mother tried to help, the suspect also stabbed the mother before fleeing. So it sounds like there was the mother there, the son playing, and the sister was attacked, and the mother tried to break it up. So the teen was treated at the hospital and released. Thank God the mother stepped in. What if she wouldn't have been there and wouldn't have been able to, like, intervene? But it sounds like the mother kind of broke it up, and then he tried to stab her, and then he flees the scene. I wonder what the freaking motive was. What a weirdo. I've done made a mess. Next time, I need to put a napkin down. This was my first time. Next time, I need to put a napkin down. Let's see here. This is when they found him. These photos when they arrest these people, these twerps, they always like surprise me. You know what I mean? Like he looks rough. Look at his hair. They said he cut his hair off. Looks like he damn mangled it. That looks like he damn. So it says he was apprehended on Sunday afternoon after police said that they spotted him running through a cornfield. They believe that he was in the process of trying to cut his hair and change his appearance to evade law enforcement just before he was apprehended. That's why his hair looks crazy. It says that he had previously been deported to Honduras in 2018 and may have been engaged in criminal activity across the United States since returning to the country illegally. Since returning into the country illegally. I mean, look at him. He's a tiny little thing. He looks like a little kid. Well, his face kind of looks super scary, actually. His face looks scary. Oh. So the Department of Homeland Security has him now. I'm sorry, they were notified. You would think that they would be the ones out here catching these criminals. No, it's the local law enforcement that has to put up with all of that. And it says right here that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security was notified of his arrest on Sunday. So that means that local enforcement picked him up and then told them, hey, we got him. Don't worry about doing your damn job. So this is the sheriff, Oscar Martinez Jr. said, I would like to extend my most heartfelt gratitude to the Lake County police officers and to all law enforcement agencies working tirelessly on the investigation and search of this suspect. I am proud of the level of cooperation exhibited by police officers throughout the country. So, yeah, that is a passive aggressive jab at the Department of Homeland Security not doing their jobs, in my opinion, because it sounds like they were the ones supposed to be getting this guy. And, yeah, they didn't. Says he remains in custody at the Lake County Jail. And it says no information about whether or not he's going to face any charges is provided. I mean, right now they have a detainer on him. He's being held because, he's illegal, so ICE has to step in. It doesn't say what his charges are or if he is even going to be charged. Y'all, we got to talk about this because this story is so funny. I'm dying to tell y'all this, okay? Because this is crazy. So I haven't read all the way through this. I read like the first 2 lines and then I was like, oh God, I got to tell them this. So this happened last year, January 5th of 24. So it happened this year. So just know in January, it's cold, y'all. It's cold outside, okay? It's the coldest month of the year. So this happened in Leeds, Atlanta. Sorry, Leeds, Alabama. Sorry. Leeds, Alabama. Leeds. Leeds. So it says a man crashes his car outside of a Bass Pro Shop in Alabama, stripped naked, and plunged into the giant aquarium inside of the store on Thursday night. According to the Leeds Police Department, they responded to a call at the Bass Pro Shop just before 9 p.m. It said the cop said that he had intentionally struck a pole. So it looked like the guy that was in the crash, he intentionally struck it from what the officer is saying with his family in the car. What? What? Yo, I'm laughing because it's so bad. I'm sorry. I'm uncomfortable. Woo, Lord. No, he didn't. Let's find out if they were hurt because I'm sorry. This man is unhinged, okay? Okay. So he intentionally struck the pole in the parking lot with his family in the car. He then ran inside, took off his clothes, and did a cannonball leap into the aquarium, and then stood under the waterfall. Apparently, there's a waterfall in there. God, this must be a nice Bass Pro Shop. An aquarium that big for an adult to be able to jump into? That's got to be pretty big. What the hell were these people doing before they pulled up at the Bass Pro Shop? Let's see. It says he stood under the waterfall. He left the water to yell at two officers, then dove back in the aquarium. So when the police show up, he's just enjoying himself. It says the man eventually climbed over the side of the aquarium and fell to the concrete floor below. The cops apprehended him. The man was taken into custody and charged with public lewdness, disorderly conduct, assault in the second degree, resisting arrest, 2 counts of reckless endangerment, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. What? He is currently being held in the St. Clair County Jail. He had to have been on something. I mean, unless he literally just had a mental break. I mean, God, with the kids in the car, honey, you couldn't wait. Like, you couldn't wait to swim. Damn, it's the middle of winter. I guess he was really like fiending for summer. I don't know. That's wild. I wonder if it doesn't release his name. I'm going to leave that up because I want to investigate that some more. That is crazy. He said, we going swimming tonight, kids. They said they intentionally hit that pole. I wonder how they know that. Well, probably because somebody in the car told them. Probably because somebody in the car told them. Whoo, honey. See, this is why I don't ride with people. That's exactly why I don't ride with people. That is rough. God. I'm just wondering if he was going the road and like the kids were like, "Can we go to Disney World? Take us to Disney World." And he just lost his marbles. It was too much. It was too much. He said, "You little fuckers are gonna learn today." I'm losing my mind. That is hilarious. So funny. All right, I don't even know how I found that, but I read one part of it. I read that he crashed the car, got out of the car, and then got naked and jumped cannonballed into the Bass Pro Shop aquarium. That's all that I saw. I didn't know he had his damn family in the car. And then he was inside the Bass Pro taunting officers. Yo, I'm gonna do one little coat of nail polish. So this hand, I think I did too short, but it's okay. That is crazy. And I broke my nail, this one. But I got this black polish right here. First of all, I want to get this mess up. Where's the baby wipes? I don't want to hit the keyboard. Damn it. Ugh. That's why my arms hurt, but constantly moving stuff like that. I'm going to use these baby wipes to get this up. I got my nail clippers. I am going to use this to go around my nails real quick to push my cuticles back so that when I lay the paint down, it doesn't touch my skin. That is crazy. They charged him with everything they could charge him with, didn't they? I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, God, he's putting his whole family's danger in life. And that sounds like he was on something though. I mean, you really got to be like out there to do some shit like that. Right? You really got to be out there. I'm in a Chevrolet. I'm in a truck. So that's crazy. Yeah, his ass. I mean, if that was his wife and kids, I really hope that she leads his ass because he is a threat to everybody. They said he stood under the waterfall. I'm just picturing like like a grown ass damn 6 foot tall man that's like 250 pounds with a big old beer belly and chest hair and fucking Harry just standing under the waterfall like this. Like, sir, you know you're going to jail when they catch you, right? Like, you are out of here. Oh my God. And then he crashed the car intentionally. Of course it's Alabama though. No offense. Love you guys. Listen, every state has their stereotypes for a reason. And there, if you are easily offended, don't be over here. But yeah, that's crazy. There's some guys that do videos like that, pretty funny. It says, when I hear that somebody's from a certain state, and like for North Carolina, it was like this dude in a flannel shirt, a cowboy hat, a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and like it was pretty close. It was pretty close. Not all North Carolinians are like that, but it's definitely the history of North Carolina. Farming is the history of North Carolina, so it makes sense that, like, you know, backwoods redneck was what they said. You know, that was their profile of a North Carolinian. It makes sense. Absolutely. We are tobacco country up there, down there, over there. I just want to get these nails up. Perfect. Damn, I'm so good. Let me tell you, sometimes I'm too damn. Alright, not there. Oh Lord, I done lost the count. And then sometimes I'm losing shit left and right. Where the freaking. What in the freak? I need the top. Because I gotta be able to damn close this up. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy on me. I don't know where the lid went to these things. I'm just gonna close them up. Because I done damn lost the lid. Of course I did. I'll find it later. I'm gonna put them facing the wall over here so they don't dry out. See? I got them over here in this cup holder against the wall so that they don't dry out. You just gotta be innovative, honey. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It will be fine. It will be fine. There we go. Alright, let's do some fingernail polish and see what it looks like. And I'm gonna grab my computer. I never realized I had this many haters until I opened this channel. It's really baffling. Like, it definitely boosts my confidence to realize that, like, you know, like I said, I bet supermodels never get to leave the house. So I'm gonna do one coat thin and just see what it looks like. I don't know when the last time I ever wore nail polish was. You want it super thin so it'll dry, and you can see kind of through it. I'm just worried that I'm going to put it on and then it's going to start chipping. So it says, let me just go ahead and paint these. We'll see how bad it looks. I think that black. I don't focus on being perfect. It'll look better the second go around. And I see people talking shit, so I'm just going to cut this off to make all the losers leave. You know, it's crazy because you bitches wouldn't say that shit to my face. I see you out here. I see you see me. There was a girl that recognized me in Walmart, and I heard her say, "Oh my God." And then she looks at her boyfriend. She's like pulling on her boyfriend's shirt. And by the time I turn around, both of them were looking at me. And I said, oh, Lord, this girl recognizes me. I said, let me get the hell out of here. That's what I was telling you guys in there. And when I looked at them, they turned around and spun around, you know? So it was one of those situations like I saw them and then they acted like they didn't see me all of a sudden. When I heard her say, oh my God, it's a small world, girl. Nice to see you. Small world. All right, we'll see how that dries and I'll do a second coat. If I don't like it, I'm going to take it off with fingernail polish remover. My lips are dry. I need water, that's why. I really need a water bottle one day because I slack on remembering. And drink water. No wonder my mouth's dry. I probably haven't even had a liter of water today, and I'm supposed to drink 3. All right. An illegal immigrant who pleaded guilty to causing a crash that killed a man in Colorado is facing a maximum of a year in jail. He was sentenced this past Friday. Ignacio Cruz Mendoza was charged with misdemeanor traffic violations, including 1 count of careless driving resulting in death. He pled guilty in July. He faces, July 19th? Sorry. In July, he faces 1 year in jail and some fines as a result of when he was sentenced. This shit be confusing. You see how it says sentence Friday. So it made me think this past Friday. And then you scroll down and it says July. And that's number 9 news, not the 19th. I'm dyslexic as hell. It says, he faces 1 year in jail and some fines as a result when sentenced. What? It says he was, look at the pictures. Oh my God, he does. He looks crazy. It says, earlier this year, Cruz Mendoza was hauling a load of steel pipe on Highway 285 when he lost control of the semi, sending it rolling onto its side as it veered off the road. Was he drunk? That looks horrible. Look at that. A load of pipe. It says a load of pipe and angle iron spilled out of the semi onto 5 other vehicles. 1 person was killed, another was seriously injured. A spokesperson for ICE confirmed that he had a long history of removal to Mexico, stretching back more than 2 decades. ICE first became aware of him in April of 2002 when he was arrested on local charges in Oregon. An immigration judge ordered him removed to Mexico on May 29th of 22. Since then, he has been removed from the U.S. or voluntary returned to Mexico 16 times. That's crazy. It says the window of Scott Miller, the man killed in the crash, took aim at the district attorney for not bringing more charges. I mean, was he drunk though? Was it a freak accident? Was it because he wasn't maintaining the vehicle and was he riding around an 18-wheeler on all 18 flat tires, like bald tires? You know what I mean? Like, I'm curious to know. Quote, I'm mad that I'm not going to get justice for my husband. Mad because the most this man can get is a year for murdering my husband because the DA refuses to charge him with more charges. Now, this is from the wife of the deceased. Her name is Deanne Miller. That's sad. I mean, accidents happen. Y'all remember that one guy? He got like 300 years in jail. He was a tractor trailer driver and it was a freak accident. But they're charging him on the fact that he's here illegally, and if he's here illegally, then that means I don't know if he was. Let's see if we can figure out, because I'm curious. Who was he working for, and how did he get the job? Quote, "It makes me feel like they didn't do their job," Miller said. "They're not doing their job. Who else is going to get these rogue truck drivers and these rogue trucking companies off the road if not the people we put in charge to make us safe?" This is how I feel. I feel you, Miss Miller. Like, these cops out here harassing me, following me around to see what I do in my daily life, and there's literal meth heads at Walmart last night parked right beside me and behind me. And I call the cops, they just ride through the parking lot. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I could understand if I'd had some kind of criminal charge in the past 10 years, but I haven't. I haven't been in any trouble in 10 years. Matter of fact, I've also been clean for 4. So, like, give me a break. Leave me alone. There's actual meth heads and murderers out here, and you're worried about little old me trying to find a job, minding my business, going and working out every day. But that's what it is. I'm normal, and it kills them. They want me to be a statistic, the bad cops. So it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I got a little on the skin that'll come off after a wash or two, but it doesn't. I can't. Don't look at the other ones because they look bad. But I gotta finish them. I always do like just a rough first coat. I'm gonna have to do a third coat on that one, but they look bad in the light. And just give me some time, and I'll show you when I'm done. Oh yeah, I needed more on my brush. I definitely am getting it on my skin. I wonder how long. This is some crappy like $1.50 nail polish, LA Colors. So we'll see how long it lasts. If it chips easy. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 for nail polish, but it's going on pretty smooth. So it's going on pretty smooth. And my natural nails are man hands. No, I actually like my nails. They remind me of my mom's hands. My hands remind me of my mom's hands. There's certain things like as I'm getting older that I recognize from my parents. So that one actually came out pretty perfect. All right, let's let that dry and let me finish this. I'm going to turn this upside down so any sediment that's on the bottom will kind of, yeah. Let's see. It says the DA's office was actually surprised that this guy, Cruz Mendoza, pled guilty in his arraignment on the misdemeanor, preventing further charges. How does that prevent further charges? Y'all can still investigate him for other stuff. It says that they're looking into the trucking company involved in the crash, but it sounds like he was irresponsible on the road and that's why they charged him. But they were all misdemeanors. But this guy died. This guy died, and he caused serious injuries to other people. I don't really know how I feel about this. He shouldn't have been on the road. No, I mean, absolutely, he shouldn't have been on the road. But also, the trucking company that hired him is at fault in some way, in my opinion. I'm wondering if he had, his CDL, if he was, if he was supposed to be on the road, if he was I mean, if he's an illegal immigrant, then, but hell, nowadays they're giving them work permits. So, you know what I mean? I would like to say that if they're illegal, they can't work, but we know that that's not true. And they can also work under the table. And this kind of trucking company is definitely something that would be under the table. So he definitely shouldn't have had a CDL. Would have made him, behind the wheel, it would have made him illegal and wrong. But him being in the country with dirty ass hands is wrong to start with. Sounds like he wanted to be here, but he didn't. I'm sure a lot of these people, they don't have the money to get the damn green card. It's upwards of 10 grand, isn't it? So I wanted to read this to you guys. because we were talking about inflation the other day and how it affects the economy. And, everything that I was finding online was telling me that illegal immigration is great for the economy. And I said that there's no way, that I will never believe it. There's no way. Then I found this article. This was written on August 30th. And I genuinely think that because we have so many outspoken from the right coming out saying this isn't right, we need to fix this, the media is lying to us. We have President Donald Trump, soon to be, calling out the media to their faces during his press conferences. He says, "You're fake news." He calls them out. I love that. I love that. I never realized how much we're alike. Yeah. But he calls them out right to their face, and he says, "You're fake news." We know that the news is super censored, is my point. And I found this article, and it says, quote, "No, illegal immigrants aren't lowering inflation." So that has been the overall census on the street, is that illegal immigration helps the economy. It's bullshit. No, it does not. It doesn't. So let's read this, because this just came out August 30th of 24. It says, inflation has fallen materially in the last 2 years from a peak of 9.1% over year in 2022 to around 3% last month. This isn't, but we know that that's lies. We know that that's lies because we're paying for stuff in the store over 50%. Some things are 100% of what they used to be. A dollar pack of tuna is now $2. You see what I'm saying? That's 100% inflation. So we're going to get into this. We know that it's not true, is my point. This isn't because it's 2021 and 2022 spike was just a blip caused by temporary supply side constraints related to the pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine, at some economics claims. So they're saying that economics claims this. Nor is it because of the record levels of legal and illegal immigration and the resulting increase in labor supply. By this logic, the border crisis would be responsible for a strong economy. Yet many economists, including those at the Federal Reserve, have adopted the immigration deflation theory. And that's what I was saying. They've been saying that, like, having all of these people here is decreasing inflation. Bullshit. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, for example, has repeatedly argued immigration contributes to slightly higher unemployment and lower wage growth, and even as total not here. What is going on? Sometimes I can read great. It's my anxiety. The more I fuck up, the worse the anxiety gets. And it's really not the way that they write stuff. Me not being that great with the spelling. I'm not a spelling bee champ. The thinking goes that as migrants enter the labor market, they push down wages. This expands the labor supply and therefore lowers wage growth in the short term, which pushes down inflation. Now, that was the theory from this guy at the Federal Reserve. This is what they've been telling us. The theory fails to acknowledge that inflation is the product of the interaction between supply and demand. While it's true that immigrants entering the workforce boost the supply of goods and services, they also increase demand when they spend the money they earn. Immigrants may save more of their earnings than native-born workers do. So it's saying that immigrants more of their money than Americans do. How are they able to do that? We're all here damn paycheck to paycheck. Usually to send money home, it's saying they do this to send money home, but the dollars they exchange for foreign currencies remains part of the U.S. money, generally winding up in someone else's hands to spend. Younger and particularly high-educated immigrants can be net fiscal contributors at the federal level. In fact, college-educated immigrants, which is around 18% crossing the border, ain't that crazy? We learned about that the other day. 18% hold up to a bachelor's degree. Do you know that? I didn't know that. But they're coming here for a better life, right? In fact, college-educated immigrants who come to America before they're 60 are likely to pay more in taxes than they receive in government benefits of all forms over their lifetime. So they're saying the educated ones come here, they don't get on benefits, and they actually pay more in taxes than they ever would have received in government benefits if they would have been living off the system. And that is what we have immigration for. We need those immigrants that want to come and work and contribute. But this isn't the case for older and less educated immigrants. As many illegally crossing the border are, because they add to demand by consuming public resources and government benefits more than they pay in taxes. Pending research from the Manhattan Institute has found that the average immigrant with a high school diploma or less education exerts a net drain of approximately $50,000 on a federal budget compared with a native-born American, and around $300,000 in absolute terms over his lifetime in America. So they're taking up our resources. They're taking more resources. That's a lot of money. It says, you know, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't skip something because this thing runs together, that white and black screen. It says the average immigrant with a high school diploma or less education exerts a net drain of approximately $50,000 on the federal budget compared with a native-born American, and $300,000 in absolute terms over his lifetime in America. While some recent illegal immigrants do pay taxes, that revenue does not cover the cost of government benefits they get. Because they're low, some of them, not all, but because the great portion of them are low skilled workers, they're not going to be able to make $25, $35, $40 an hour. You see what I'm saying? So they're also going to be getting free housing and, free home loans and, and we're just putting more things in place to help them with that. So they don't look bad. I mean, they definitely look better, but I just don't know if I like the black polish. It makes it looks weird on camera too. Like, I don't know. We'll do it for a day or two, and then I think it looks better than they did look for sure. I'm always weird about nail polishes and stuff. And I'm wondering, so I made this nail perfect. Like, it's like round, like I wanted. And I was trying to do the other ones, but I just don't have it down. I think I need to like cut them. I think they need to grow out more, and then I need to do what I did to this one, which is the edge, and then round it out. I'm learning. Let's do this side. It dries quick. I mean, it looks dried. I am going to hit this edge over here because I miss like the edge on the side. There we go. That's not bad. Could be worse. It's fine. I was going for like a gothic look, so yeah. Let's do this hand real quick. I cannot believe this nail was so long and I broke the whole damn thing off at the gym. I came out. Oh God. Oh God. All right, listen. I'm right-handed. I'm right-handed. That's all I'm gonna say. I got polish everywhere on this one, but it's okay. It'll come off after a hand wash or 5. And they're always gonna look better the second go around. Alright. Do I have black polish on my shirt? Alright. So we'll come back to that. It says the problem is worse at the state and local levels. California, damn it. I hit it. It's okay. We'll paint over it. I scratched with another nail. It says the problem, yeah, California recently made it illegal. Hold on. Recently made all illegal immigrants eligible for its state-funded Medi-Cal program. In New York City, the government has spent billions housing more than 100,000 so-called asylum seekers in hotels and tent cities. The city even distributed prepaid fillable debit cards to migrants. These policies, whatever one's opinion of them are, increase government spending and thus aggregate and pushing prices higher. So it's saying, it says whatever you think of them, it says it still increases government spending and thus demand, pushing prices higher. So it's saying that by giving out free home loans, by giving out this, by giving out that, using what resources we do have, it's putting a strain and it causes inflation to be worse. And that's what I said supply and demand. So, you know, it's also why I've been to certain area Walmarts and there's nothing on the shelves. And yeah, that's a huge problem. And I've only known certain areas where there are tons of immigrants. I think that they stock up on stuff a lot more than Americans do, which is fine. But when little old me goes to the store and I'm trying toilet paper or paper towels or damn boxes of Kleenexes, they're all gone. I've seen people in Walmart with whole carts of just certain items. It's absolutely crazy. And here I am just trying to be able to afford lunch. And considering the merits of immigration's policies, it's important to remember that immigration does not affect all Americans equally. High levels of low skill immigration tend to benefit wealthier and more highly educated Americans and hurts those who are lower income and less educational attainment. Highly educated Americans can I'm sorry. Highly educated Americans can't expect such immigrants to boost demand in industries like medicine, engineering, technology, and financial services. These immigrants also demand services from barbers, construction workers, and delivery drivers. But the benefits of that new demand for lower income American services is outweighed by the compensation these migrants present in the labor market. Low education migration reduces poor Americans' real relative wages and expands income inequality. So it's saying, what, going back to what we were talking about the other day, not only are they taking it's taking low skill Americans, but also it says that it reduces the poor Americans' wages and it expands income inequality. So it's not, but what happened to equality? But what happened to equality? It says these migrants also compete with lower income Americans in the housing market. The overwhelming majority of recent arrivals seek apartments to rent, and housing supply cannot immediately expand to match the new demand. The, this These forces drive housing prices higher in the short run, hurting renters and benefiting homeowners. This could help explain why long-term inflation expectations among lower income households who tend to rent are nearly double those of higher income households who tend to own homes. What did I tell you guys? The poorer you get, the harder it is. The poorer you get, the harder it is. Their expectation of continued inflation can become a self-fulfilling prophecy given the role of inflation expectations in setting prices, particularly wages. Indeed, persistent housing inflation is largely responsible for the overall inflation remaining above the Fed's target. High-skilled legal immigration is key is a key driver of growth that we should defend. So it's saying people who are coming here for the right reasons, we should defend them. And I agree with that. That's what I tell you guys. And it says high skilled legal immigration is a key driver of growth that we should defend. But most migrants crossing the border are illegally are not high skilled. The long-term economic implications of the surge of illegal immigrations are debatable, but economic, y'all know what I mean, shouldn't mislead Americans by suggesting that the bright side of the border crisis is lower inflation in the short term. It's a blatant lie. That's what they're saying. It's a blatant lie that immigration is good for the economy. It's not. I'm glad that we're getting bits of truth now. Now, that was from City Journal. I'm glad that we're starting to get bits and truth from different little sources. You have to search them out, honey. But the truth is slowly coming out. And I love that. I'm so grateful for that. I think that once Trump gets back in office, we're going to be finding out all kinds of stuff for the next 4 years. I think it's going to be crazy, all the stuff that we find out. So these are still kind of wet. Let me get this going. Damn, it was a rough one to read, man. I will say that reading that stuff, like I'm picking up on a lot of those words, and so that's what I want. It helps me to learn to be able to read that. I have a very hard time processing stuff, and then I also read stuff backwards because I am dyslexic. So when I see 1947, I read it as 7,419. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's difficult at times, and then words too. I get letters mixed up. So like, I don't know. I'm thinking of like some word that I could, assigned, assisted. I don't know, but like, you know what I mean? There's two really different words, Brooke. You know what I mean? I see letters backwards, and so I think it's one word when it's not. I'll drink some more water. I haven't been really going to the bathroom today, so that tells me I'm dehydrated. What? Florida man. It always starts out with Florida man. Florida man threw a live alligator in the Wendy's drive-through window. Let's read this. This classic gem from February of 2016 is all about a man, while on a morning drive, simply picked up a juvenile alligator to Wendy's and proceeded to chunk it through the drive-through window. According to his court case, the man professed that he had done it simply because, so his sentence was not very long. His mother even told the news that it was just a stupid prank. If anything, the most impressive part of all of this was even having the courage to pick up that alligator and hold it in a car. Oh, yeah, he would have had to hold it while going down the road. I didn't even think of that. Unless he put it in a cage or something. So apparently he was charged with that. Ooh, this is interesting. Florida, so this is from some website. These are all going to be funny stories. It's just a couple of them. While my nails dry, I got to finish this. So it says, it says, Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. This is what I be telling y'all. People are dirty. I believe you, Mr. Officer, even though I probably wouldn't like you. I believe you. Even cops aren't immune from the Florida shenanigans. In 2018, a police officer complained that Burger King employees had put a gritty substance on his burger. But as serious investigations took place, it was revealed to just be seasoning. What? They tested the burger? Though the cop seemed pretty insistent on what he believed the substance was, everyone can agree that gritty stuff in food isn't exactly the tastiest. But but as serious investigations took place, it was revealed to just be seasoning. So did they send it off to the damn state lab and test the damn burger? He said it was gritty. And it's crazy that he says that, because there's been times that I've eaten from certain places and I've had like something gritty and I'm like, what is that? You know what it probably was? It was probably burnt seasonings from the grill. When they're like making the burgers, there's all of this like stuff on those grills. You have to scrape them down at the end of the night. I used to work at Sonic, so I used to clean the grill, and it's probably old burnt crispy pieces of seasoning. That's been burnt so long. I'm surprised they didn't disintegrate. I don't know. It also could probably be that hard stuff on the grill. When we go to clean the grill, it's hard. It's like pieces of black stuff that chip up. It's chipped. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's burnt on, I guess, whatever, from the burgers. Inmate, oh Lord, y'all, this is crazy. Inmate insists syringes pulled from the rectum are not his. In one of the most bizarre Florida tales, even though the headline doesn't actually say Florida man, an inmate had 3 syringes pulled from his rectum. He insisted that they were not his after repeatedly being questioned. What? The inmate was just entering prison following an arrest for a marijuana possession when the syringes were removed during a body screening. Though he remained adamant that the needles were not his, he was slapped with additional charges. And that's a felony. Let me just tell you, for those that don't know, that is a felony. If you try to bring any kind of drugs into a government prison, state-ran facility, that is a felony. Yeah. And another fun fact, if you're ever arrested for something and you eat drugs, that is also a felony. That's felony destruction of evidence. So if you and a friend are riding down the road and y'all get pulled over and you got a dime bag of weed on you, homie, you better just give it, because that's a misdemeanor. You eat it and you swallow it, you're going to jail for a felony. So, yeah. Fun fact. It says, and I know this because I had like 60 felonies for destruction of evidence that they dropped. So, yeah, yeah. Drunken Florida man on a Segway charged with a DUI. I didn't know you could get that on there. Driving under the influence is a very common criminal charge, and many stories exist about people being arrested for it. But you probably never heard of someone getting arrested for a DUI on a Segway. In this hilarious case, a Florida man was arrested while riding a two-wheeled scooter right out in front of the police station after drinking 2 bottles of wine. He wanted to go to jail, in my opinion. You were begging for it. You were literally on their doorstep saying, "Hey, Mr. Police, take me to jail, please. Like, I want to go to jail." You were begging for it. Whoa, bro must have been drunk. If you need to get out somewhere, you usually call an Uber or a Lyft, right? Well, apparently there's a better option. To score a ride to Hooters, this Florida man's brilliant idea was to call 911 to request a ride to the restaurant to help his ill grandmother. When she turned out to be fine, he was arrested on charges of misusing 911. It's unclear whether he was under the influence or out of alcohol or not. But regardless, it seems that some people don't know how to use 911 still after all of this time. So he calls 911 and he's like, "I need help. I need to go get food for my grandma." What? All right, let's focus. I'm getting it everywhere on this hand, but it's okay. It'll wash off in a day or two. We're just trying to. Damn it. There you go. It everywhere. Oops. Oh, that's better. Mm. I knew you could get a DWI on a horse, a four-wheeler, or a dirt bike, but I didn't know you could get it on a damn Segway. That's wild. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but it's wild. It's like, damn, dude. You really got to be acting up to go to jail, you know? Well, not really. It just depends on the area, I guess. And your previous criminal history. Because once they know you, they're going to harass you and follow you around to see what you're up to, see why you're in town. Like, give me a break, bro. It says Florida couple trapped in an unlocked closet for 2 days. Panic can easily obscure common sense. In this example, two Floridians were seemingly trapped in a janitor's closet for 2 days, but walked out right after they finally figured out that the door was unlocked. The closet was located at Daytona State University, meaning they probably weren't studying up on their classes. These people jokes. The two were hiding from police and were in lots of pain while hiding. Thankfully, they were only charged with trespassing. These two were hiding from the police and were in lots of pain while hiding. Thankfully, they were only charged. Were they like meth heads or something coming off a dope? I don't know. It doesn't say. That's crazy. What do you mean they were in a lot of pain? Was that their story that they couldn't get out of the closet and they were just camping out there? That's what I'm wondering. Because that's what it makes it sound like with the passive aggressive, smart ass, underhanded comments. Oh, no way. Well, I got it kind of around the nails, but it's okay. It'll come off. I wonder why my little finger does perfect, but the rest of my nails don't. I think it's because I cut it a certain way. I need to do that on the rest of them, but they have to grow a little longer. My pinky looks great. Like, my pinkies are the shape I want and my first finger. It's just the rest of them, I don't think they're long enough. This one I was able to cut into a circular shape too, so let's read this because this is it. It says police impersonators are quite common across the U.S., but in this case, one managed to back himself into a corner. A Florida man arrested with impersonation of an officer had been driving around and saw a speeding car, trying to pull it over, but when he finally did, it turned out to be an actual police car, promptly leading to his arrest. So this guy was he was impersonating a police officer trying to pull over. Florida man posing as an officer pulls over an off-duty sheriff. What an idiot. You know how stupid you gotta be? You gotta be pretty damn dumb, honey. That's a level 5. Yeah, that's like, yeah. You get 5 out of 5 stars for stupidity. Florida man. Why are all these Florida men? Jesus. Florida man attempting to time travel crashes into a strip mall. Ever wish you could time travel like they do in Back to the Future? Well, you probably won't know that after this. A Florida man was arrested after driving his car into a mall in an attempt to time travel in the way that it's done in the movie, driving 88 miles per hour in a car. Obviously, his plan failed, and time travel still doesn't exist, even at 88 miles an hour. So he crashed, flying, and he lived? That's a miracle, bro. You need to sober up. I mean, you got to be on something to be thinking like that. You got to be on something. Whoo, bless his heart. I got this club that I'm going to go to at 8 o'clock and check out. I'm going to have to put some makeup on. Walmart evacuated after Florida man found crawling through the ceiling. A Pasco County Walmart was evacuated after a Florida man was found crawling through the ceiling. They didn't know what his motives were, what exactly he was doing up there, or even how he got up there in the chain store's crawl space to begin with. I'm not sure there's a more perfect Florida specimen out there than this. It reads, I'm sorry, Walmart, it reads like Mad Libs. Walmart is involved. Absolutely none of the questions raised by the title are aware. I don't know what this is. It's some reference to something, but I can't make it out. Do y'all know what 8 plus? Yeah, it was making some reference. So he went to jail, but like, what the freak was he doing up there? These people are crazy. This is funny. Puppy shoots Florida man. What? That's like that baby that shot the baby that shot the grown man, the boyfriend of the mother. So it says apparently some complete asshole had a litter of puppies and he couldn't find anyone to take them off his hands. Decided to shoot them instead of, taking them to a shelter. However, he was also practicing such lax gun safety while committing puppy murder that one of the little guys managed to put a paw on the trigger and shot the Florida asshole in the wrist instead. This is word for word what it says. So this man had some puppies, and he claimed that he couldn't find anyone to take the puppy. Instead of taking them to a shelter, he was killing them one by one. And apparently he's such an idiot and was not paying attention that one of the puppies managed to get the paw on the trigger and the gun went off. And it shot this asshole in the wrist. That is hilarious. That's instant karma, man. Karma. Florida man stops paying for rental car use and then gives Uber rides in it. You are going to jail. It says the Florida man in question had leased a rental car, but one day decided to stop, paying for it and keep on using it, an Uber driver, to make himself a little bit of cash. Now, you might be wondering how he managed to do this, as most rental cards come with a little device that can be activated remotely to keep a stolen car from being turned on. Well, it turns out that he didn't just turn the car off, keeping it running the entire 3-week duration. That may explain why he needed the work as an Uber driver just to make some of the gas money back. What? So I guess like the device that they have will shut off the car if it's like stolen, or car rental places have them on the cars. And through a computer system, disable the car. But it's saying that the car has to be cut off. And he kept it running for that whole 3 weeks. Florida man steals excavator, goes for a joyride, crashes into Walmart. If being honest, I think most people have wanted to steal a piece of construction equipment and go for a joyride at some point in their lives. Florida man makes his dream happen. This machete-wielding specimen hotwired a $350,000 excavator and took off in it, knocking over a bunch of light poles before finally crashing into a Walmart loading dock. Fortunately, no one was hurt. His ass went to jail. These are crazy, and I didn't realize it was this many of them. I want to read one more. Let me find the funny one out of the ones left. Hold on one second. Let me scroll a little bit. Oh, this one right. Florida mayor smokes crack, eats M-word Beth, practices medicine without a license, and then fires on a SWAT team. Do what? This is perfect. The greatest Florida man headline so far. It's got Beth, unlicensed medical procedures, ill-advised combat with authorities. It doesn't involve Walmart, but I think we can overlook that on the basis that this just isn't a Florida man. This is the Florida mayor. And as the elected governor of Florida, men and women everywhere, clearly he had to go big or go home. Y'all, we got to find out who this mayor was. What? I want the full story. What mayor in Florida smoked and had SWAT? Oh, they didn't kick me off the internet, you guys. Oh, no, maybe they didn't. It probably timed out because... Here we go. Dale Mast. M-A-S-S-A-D. Dale Mast. The mayor of this small coastal city spent years smoking crack. I need to chill out on my words, and I need to start censoring myself so I can make more money. Seriously, because I lose money off of that. Ex-Florida mayor who faced attempted murder charges smoked whack nightly for years. Court records. Whoa, this guy looks whacked out. Look, Hunter Biden's daddy over here. Like, he looks like a Hunter Biden, don't he? Wow. I'm not surprised. He looks crazy. It says, Mayor Dale Massad smiles as he's escorted out of court. The mayor of this small coastal city spent years smoking dope on a nightly basis. Used Beth, according to court records obtained by Tampa Bay Times. Dale paid runners to bring him illegal drugs and acted as the personal doctor for his pals, stirring their injuries on his kitchen table, all while he held elected office. So it sounds like he was doing, and it's Suturing, stewing? It sounds like he was doing medical procedures on his kitchen table, because that's what it says. That is crazy. It says those records also reveal what launched the investigation that led to his arrest on February 21st, his subsequent resignation as mayor. Port Richey City and the police chief, DeCanio, reached out to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement last year with reports that he was engaged in corruption, drug use, practicing medicine without a license inside of his home. He had lost his medical license in 92 over the death of a 3-year-old patient. Then why was he mayor? Why was he mayor? You can't be a doctor, but you can be mayor. Like, are you for real right now? He's 68 years old, faces charges of practicing medicine without a license and attempted murder as the result of firing his gun towards SWAT deputies as they raided his house during the medical investigation. He's lucky he's not dead, said the sheriff. They called him a violent drug user and said that he had several weapons in his home, and that's why they used SWAT, because they knew he was out of his mind and that he had weapons. So they kicked in the front door to arrest this guy, and rightfully so. I mean, Jesus Christ. How does this go on for 68 years and nobody knows? I mean, at least 40. It went on for at least 40. He had a full career. A charge of conspiracy was later added because authorities said that he was recorded in March on a jail call plotting with acting mayor Terry Rowe to intimidate a police officer involved in the medical investigation. So here he is in jail. Witness, I don't know if this other mayor Terry Rowe was a witness. I don't know, but here they are in jail plotting to intimidate officers and do some more illegal shit. He needs to stay in jail. Rowe was arrested on March 14th, making him the second Port Richey mayor to be arrested in a span of 20 days. Rowe was suspended by the governor, but has not resigned, leaving Port Richey, the government, paralyzed, leaving the city paralyzed. So pretty much because they caught these two crooked ass mayors scheming, they put the other one on leave pending an investigation, and well, it says he was suspended by the governor, and I'm sure that includes an investigation because he did not resign. Most people, when they're caught doing stuff like this, the most respectable thing to do is to resign and get the hell out of there and say, yeah, I was wrong. Okay, but it doesn't seem like this guy wants to do that. That's crazy. So one gets arrested. They elect a new mayor, or put a new guy into his position, and then they find out that both of them are dirty. Of course, the defense attorney, loser, is saying that this guy is innocent. One of the lawyers told the Times source, sorry, let me just skim through this because a lot of this is just like information that's not information. It's conversations between different reporters. Now, I do agree with this. Now, this came from one of the state agents that arrested this guy. It says, quote, to be very, very careful of how much weight we give to those individuals. They detailed how he was elected mayor in October of 2015, bought and used illegal drugs the entire time. It's honestly not surprising to me. Since they found that in the White House, I genuinely feel like the majority of those people up there are on something. So it says in the report that this guy and his friends preferred crystal meth. They called it jet fuel. Wow, so just the whole club is just, wow. I could never. Wow. So his own friends are starting to roll on him. All of his friends said that they purchased drugs for him over 60 times, blah, 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 blah. And it said that included once near the end of his first term as mayor. He told law enforcement when he had to work on construction project, blah, 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 called White to buy him some meth that morning, some meth that morning. They're talking about the drug deal. He's okay. So this is his friend turning him. His friend said that he saw him smoke and then eat meth, and he said sometimes he would crush it up, form a line on his counter, and snort it before going out for golf. They said that he smoked on a nightly, but smoked whack cocoa on on a nightly basis while they lived together, up to 5 nights a week. Jesus. They said he would usually go in his bedroom to use the drugs because he was afraid of the cameras in his own home. It says the mayor using a whack pipe made of glass, but sometimes he would one himself by cutting up the shaft of a golf club. And it says in this report that the mayor never did any of his dirty work for himself. An acquaintance named Colton told agents on September 26, according to the records. Oh, I'm sorry. What he said. He said that this guy named Colton told the agents that this mayor had all of these little people working behind the scenes to do all of his dirt for him. And that sounds about right when we're dealing with politicians and drug use. This is crazy. So another guy that lived with the mayor at one time, it doesn't say if it said that they had a house together. He's had several roommates. These are all of his old roommates. Another man who said that he had lived with the guy last year told investigators that the mayor would trade him hormone testosterone for meth and marijuana. These people are just out here criminals, straight criminals. Now, I just want to be clear that all of these people told this so that they wouldn't get in trouble, okay? So they didn't get any, charges added to them because they told anything on this mayor. But I think that's kind of important. Of course, when the poop hits the fan, you see, who's there for you. But also, when it comes to catching criminal charges yourself, a lot of people, more often than not, are going to try to save themselves and roll on their friend. And, I served for almost 5 years, over 5 years in prison for a fight. And the person that I was defending was the one that wrote a statement on me. Whoa, this is about him doing medical treatment in his kitchen. It says White and Tatum described watching and receiving medical treatment from this guy inside of his home. He told investigators he watched this guy on August 24th stitch up a cut on a friend's leg. It says he also injected that person with an anesthetic and statured his wound on top of the mayor's kitchen table. Now I get it, but hold on. It's expensive to go to the ER. It's expensive. And this was his friend. So I don't really agree with this. This is his friend. He had a cut. He had the headache. He had the stuff to do the suture. I hope that's how you say that. Listen, I've known women that were doctors that kept Botox in their freezer and would have one parties, dude, and they would be over there, needles in the face, and technically that's illegal. Just because she's a dermatologist doesn't mean that, she can do that shit at home after hours. But also, at the same time, if we're talking about a small, like when I cut my finger open and I needed 7 stitches when I lived in Jacksonville year before last year, if I would have had a kit, I probably would have tried to do it myself, because that, and that was expensive. Um, but if it's gonna, if it was a friend that was a doctor, I'd be like, can you do this? Because I really don't want to go spend $2,000 when you could do it for free, you know? So, and it was his friend, it was his roommate at the time, actually. But it seems like they knew this guy was dirty. And the thing, this guy is not trustworthy. So if he's doing something simple like that, imagine what he would do if he had access to bigger equipment, a medical table, uh, an exam table. And, you can't put nothing past people like this, because he's already proven that he's a threat to society. He's a threat to himself more than anything. But, yeah. He's claiming, the guy that they charged, was it David? I can't remember what his name was. But anyways, he's claiming that none of this is true. Hold on. So this guy, I think his name was David. This guy, David, also removed a fish spine from his back and also injected his shoulder with cortisone, a steroid that can relieve inflammation, according to records. So this guy was also injecting. Listen, listen. If it was a one-time thing, he sewed your foot up. It's different. This is ridiculous. It says Tatum told agents that David injected him with testosterone on one or two occasions. What the other roommate? So it's Tatum and White that lived with this guy. White also said that this guy David was like the neighborhood doctor who would treat people with anything medically wrong, and that he would sew people up if he needed to, and dispense medications from his house. Jesus Christ, this was not a one-time thing. Sounds pretty dangerous. It says state agents said that they learned that David had been ordering prescription medications online as well. And he would just give these medications away to people so that they could save money. I understand, dude, but we have laws in place for a fucking reason. This guy is already unethical, and then he's smoking all these drugs while he is doing all of this. Very dangerous. Scary. How did nobody, if I would have saw him, I could have known he was on drugs. I don't understand how people can't recognize actual people that have drugs, like their symptoms, because I can. So it says the city manager and police chief first spoke to state agents August 15, and they told the agents that officers received a tip on April 30th of 2018 that a suspect in a separate case had bragged about the drug deals she conducted at David's home. So that's how they even figured out that this guy was doing something sketchy, because someone was arrested in a separate case, was bragging about taking him drugs and doing drugs deals out of his house. This is crazy. That is wild. I'm trying to figure out what his name is again. I'm going all the way back to the top. That is crazy. I gotta start doing my eyebrows and stuff. Dale. 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 I wonder how much longer he's got in jail. I need to get ready. He got 3 years in prison as of March 3rd of 2021. That's crazy. The mayor. That's the other one that they arrested after they found them two conspiring together. He was sentenced to probation, and you know he lost his job. Good. Crazy stuff going on, ain't it? I didn't even know about that. I'm surprised I didn't know about that. I kind of want a taco, but I really don't feel like cutting up an apple. I'm trying to shut this down. Alright, let's get ready. I'm hungry and tired. I need some damn caffeine, honestly, because I'm stressed out. I haven't seen a homeless person or anything in this town. Not a homeless person, not anything. That's not good. That means the cops will mess with you really, because that means they run homeless people off. Where's my drink mix? Here. We're just gonna do. There it is. I had to wake up, y'all. I'm tired. Probably because last night, you know what I mean? Being wake up 10 times in a damn night and like not sleeping that well from stress. What's that dang? Yeah, this one ain't as strong as the other one. 30 milligrams. Where's my chicken? I'm hungry. Damn, I hope I didn't just hit my nail. I did. They're still wet. Shoot. I hope these are still good. What's the date? Indeed. Yes. My darn thing is like dead. I didn't mess this up. I had a charging port. There we go. Where'd it go? Alright. I hope these are good. I don't see a date on the bag. Oh, September. Oh, yeah. September 9th. They look good. These have 25% of your daily fiber in just one tortilla. And you see how all the numbers are super low up top? That's good. That's what you want. And the fiber is the highest. And they also have 2 grams of protein per tortilla. Cute. 0 carb tortillas. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. I'm a huge fan of tacos and kind of Mexican food. Tamales is one of my favorite dish, but also this dish that I like that has like coconut milk and like chicken and stuff. I can't remember. Let's see what sauces we have. And I'm also gonna half-ass cut up an apple. We'll try some of this 3 spicy sauce, see if it's still good. ketchup. Oh, my little sauces are down there. I'm like, where are my darn sauces? Tiger sauce. That's definitely... Oh, hair. I got barbecue sauce. I got peach bourbon. Definitely gonna use some of that. That's what we'll do. And I'm gonna put this 3-spice back. So I'm gonna take this, put some on here. Ah, damn it. Dropped it on my thigh. I was trying to get the tortilla coated on the inside with it. Getting it everywhere. Alright, we'll wipe everything down when we're done. Sauce on the inside. Oh my god. Let me put the freaking caps back on, y'all. I got too much going on. There ain't enough space. That's why I want to take that seat out and build me freaking the nude. If I even get to keep my truck, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right now I'm screwed. Alright, cool. I don't know why I'm craving the green one. Oh, damn, do I not have a damn knife? I don't know where my knife is. We're gonna have to use our mouth, but it's okay. You gotta be innovative. I usually have 2 knives in here. I don't know where they went. They're probably packed up somewhere in here. I feel like I picked them up and put them back in here. I don't see them though. Where is a knife? Hold on one second. I need a knife. I was gonna try it. Oh, there's the pictures. Now I know where the pictures are. I usually like really thin slices, but screw it. You gotta do what you gotta do, okay? I really just don't want it. This knife ain't worth a crap. Damn nose hairs. It's a lot of bread on that one. I want like chicken. Nothing but bread either. What the frick? Y'all, this is nothing but a big piece of bread. I thought she hooked me up. She shipped me off. This ain't even chicken. There's literally one piece of chicken in this whole thing. It's alright. We're gonna make do. I wouldn't have ate all that anyways, but I definitely thought that it was more like white meat chicken. It's not. Look at all this bread. You see that? It's just breading. Hold on. There's a piece of chicken. Yeah, this shit is ultra processed, yo. It's okay. Look at this. That is all either fake chicken or breading. But the other chicken had real chicken. You know what I mean? It was like you could see the chicken away from the meat. You could see the meat in it. It is ote. So what salsa was I going to use? Oh, I was going to use some of this peach bourbon too. Actually, yeah. Well, yeah. Peach, bourbon, chicken, and apples. Listen, I usually like to make really good tacos, but it's okay. I have a feeling it's going to be really good. The chicken's falling off of it, though. This really made me mad. I really thought she hooked me up. Because remember I said she hooked me up. This is not, like, I can't explain it, y'all. I think I got one piece of good chicken in that whole plate. Mm-mm. Something happened. There's a piece of chicken. See, that chicken, I can taste it. Mm. Mm. It is good, but it ain't a lot of chicken on it. The back has more. I had to pick what. I don't even know how that happened. I had to pick what was what chicken was out of this breading. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. If you can slice these apples really thinly sliced and get as much of a round one you can and lay it thin on the goes like 3 or 4 super thin slices. Oh my god, it's so good. And then get some of those chicken tenders from Hardee's. Their hand breaded chicken tenders from Hardee's. So good. And then the apples and chicken. That peach bourbon actually brings it all together. Mm. Mm. If I didn't love food so much, I'd probably climb up into the mountains and never come back out. Out. I'm just being for real. Damn, that was disappointing. I don't understand what happened. Something happened. I don't know. I can't make sense of it. All of that's bread, though. It's not chicken. I was looking for another piece to eat. I'll eat a piece of bread. Mm. Well, that was disappointing. Mouth on fire. God, I could take a nap. That sucks. I'm wondering if I even want to put makeup on. Because seriously, I did last night and it was a waste of my time. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I want to do that again. It's sour. Eat some pretzels with my apple. Grandma's got a Challenger. That's cute. Lime green. I know I'm loud slapping. I can't help it. I was looking through my emails. I like that Lenza company. It's for a job search. It's like Indeed. I'm getting to where I don't even like Indeed anymore. All their damn fake job ads. It pisses me off. Mark my words. You can damn go on there, go on Indeed, set up a profile, put your resume in, go through all of that work, and then start looking for jobs. Look at new job ads. Look at it first thing in the morning. Look at the new job ads, and then call those people and ask if they're hiring. They'll tell you no 50% of the time. It's a fake job ad. Hell, for the first 9-10 months of my job search, I didn't even know that. I knew about fake job ads. When I saw a report, an investigative report on YouTube, and then I like 5 more, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Is a real thing? I'll call and say, hey, are y'all hiring? And they'll be like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Unless maybe that's the manager they're trying to replace. She don't know. They are hiring, but she don't know. I don't know. It's weird because I had another one was Luigi's. Yeah. I guess we need to talk about that one day. Why employers do that exactly. I don't quite understand that. I do know for 2 reasons. It's to look like they're doing better than they are business wise, but also they have the it's to always vet potential hires to fire and rehire. Do you see what I'm saying? They're looking for somebody maybe that's better than who they have in the position now. So they're not necessarily hiring, but they would hire if you're a potential better candidate than what they got. There was also other reasons I can't remember. Hmm. I wish that like when I went places, people weren't so concerned about what I was doing. But being a pretty girl, it literally puts a target on your back. People are always like in your face, looking at you. And then when you're living out of your car, like people don't know how to mind their business, especially old white women. Karen over here, worried about what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it through the day. And, you know, it's easy for these businesses to not want homeless people around. And that's so easy for you to want and say when you get to go back to your damn house and job every day. Um, I mean, it definitely makes me feel uncomfortable when I see homeless people. But I don't put my blinders on. I would never do that. It's a problem. We need to damn just sit and fix it. But no, we're busy giving away home loans to illegal immigrants. And y'all know that's only going to get worse, right? She's saying, Harris is saying that, oh, she's going to close the door. That's bullshit. Y'all know that, right? Utter BS. If she wins that election, which she won't, the polls are all lies, first of all. The majority of us have already chosen Trump. And it's just, it's just whether or not they're going to try to steal their election. But she'll get in there, and then she's going to freaking backtrack on what she said. She'll leave that border open, and things are going to get 10 times worse. Ain't it crazy that main supporters of hers are people that don't have really financial insecurities? Like, the majority of crazy libs that I see on freaking YouTube and stuff are going to prestigious colleges that mom and daddy pays for their dormitory stay and are showing out at college. And also, the other main supporter of Harris is old white women. Ain't that ironic? That have lived off of their husband, allegedly, in my opinion. Lived off of their husband for 40 years, never worked a day in their lives, were stay-at-home moms, and have never been through the fucking struggle. You know the types I'm talking about. You know exactly. So, it's just crazy to me that this is who supports Harris. People who have never, I mean, in my opinion, once again, and I'm specifically talking about the students that were out on these college campuses showing their asses for damn Hamas, okay? In freaking Palestine. And all that shit was going on and still going on. And it's so sad. I saw one of those hostages got killed yesterday. I mean, tons of hostages have been killed over the past damn year. But it was a young boy. It's just sad. I mean, it's sad, y'all. But this is why we got to get them out of the office, because this is what they want. They planned this war. And if they didn't plan it, at the very least, they profited off of it. And they are. I don't know how, but I know that they do. We'll look into that one day. That's going to be a hard one. Because they don't wipe the internet of even damn, you can't even Google search. If this was to happen anymore, it just tells you there's no results. The internet is becoming trash. Google, it already has. We know that they lie. They only like to post stuff that fits their narrative. But yeah, she'll never close that border. And things will get 10 times worse. When you have all of these new people, it puts a strain on the economy. Resources that Americans should benefit from, as American citizens, that they don't, because there's no resources left, such as myself. Do y'all think for a minute that I want to go in a migrant hotel? I will be the only white person there. You think I want to go stay somewhere like that? We talk the horror stories on here. Women and children getting hurt, and R-worded and murdered, okay? It ain't gonna be no different in a different state. Hell, North Carolina is kind of like it's not a sanctuary state, but it's like, I think, we need to look into this stuff one day. It might be. I know that when I went to ask for help to see about housing or anything, I was the only white person in the entire building. It was hundreds of immigrants, and this was last year. And every time I go in there, it's the same thing. I'm usually the only white person in there. And it speaks volumes as to who is using up the resources and where the money is going in the state of North Carolina. That's all I'm saying. And once again, I believe in legal immigration. My issue is that, you know, the past 4 years, I've faced a lot of hardships, and I've worked my whole damn life. And when I finally muster up the courage to go ask for help, I find out that there is no help for me. But I look out and see everybody else being gifted damn homes and free home loans. God, excuse me. And it's scary to think how far that could go in the future under the Harris administration. If she ever comes in office, you just know it's going to get worse. It won't get better. Everything, I mean, and she's nothing but a laughing clown. Like, seriously. Does anybody take her serious? If you do, then I don't take you serious. You know what I mean? Like, you need a psychobow if you think for a moment that woman is okay. A full psychobow. Like, and maybe a hospital stay to go along with it, just make sure that you need to be out in society, because she is not right in the head. She is not right. And I see through her. Just like I saw through Biden, his perverted self. Let's go in here and use the bathroom. I'm going to come out and rearrange everything because everything is a mess in here. Look at this. It's like all packed up. I need to get all of my dirty clothes in a bag. Oh my God, y'all. Yeah. It's already 7:30. I'm just going to ride over there. I'm not putting makeup on. I'm going to put on a cute outfit. There's the top of my baby wipes over there in the corner. I'm going to put on a cute pair of shorts. Maybe like a bra top or something, a bikini top. And walk in there and ask if they're hiring. I'm not doing my makeup because time and time again I'm going into these places and they don't even hire like they used to anymore. They don't even damn know what they're doing. Like I told you guys, thank you. Like I told you guys, I've noticed this a lot more. I was holding that guy up from moving because he was behind me and I had my hands full. You hear me saying, I am so sorry. Like I said, when I hold people up, I feel like a piece of shit. It's called a conscience. I don't think I ever realized till I got sober how many people don't have those. I mean, truly, a lot of people lack a conscience. What is this? Oh, hold on. hurts. I hope I don't get a YouTube violation for that Mariah Carey. I forget when I go into these places. Fuck, dude. Can't win. Oh. I had to leave 2 of my buttons on my... It's cold, y'all. That's good. That's good. That's what I want. I'm so sick of this damn heat. I have to run my car going through all that damn gas. When it's chilly like this, I can cut the air off and let the windows down. That's what I'm about to do. I gotta run by this place. I need to find some clothes. Figure out what I'm doing. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I don't know. Like, I'm literally gonna brush my teeth and I gotta get my GPS up and stuff and get situated. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk in there as is and be like, hey, are y'all hiring? Because they don't have a website, and they don't, that's the one that doesn't have a website as well. What the frick? Oh, there we go. Hope y'all have a good night. Go get in the shower and brush your teeth, you dirty animal. Not all of you. Just a few. Just a few. I might end up having to get something else to eat. Like, I'm hungry all of a sudden, like, as fuck. I just don't want to keep spending money, you know? Or something, or find a microwave if I get super hungry. But I'm gonna get ready. I hope that y'all have a good evening. We'll catch up later before bed. I'll check in with you guys when I make it to my parking spot. Unless they want me to work tonight. In that case, I'm not prepared. I'm so tired from last night. Like, seriously, people don't understand. People do not understand. I need at least damn 8 hours of sleep a night. If not, I'm gonna feel like shit. And getting woke up like that pisses me off. And it's been happening so much lately. So one can only assume that it's these young guys. Like, I'm talking like 20 to 25. And they show up in groups and they're just like fucking doing burnouts. Losers. Bunch of losers. Sunday night. I think on a Sunday night you would be in the bed. What are you doing, dude? Getting ready for work tomorrow. What is this idiot doing? Y'all, people do not pay attention. Let me go before I have to bitch in this drive-thru. She on the damn phone. She's literally on the phone, not paying no attention. We'll talk later. Love you guys. Pray for me, because God knows I need it. And you might want to go ahead and pray for society.